Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate filings to uncover the real story. And today we have some interesting news from Starfighters Space Incorporated, a company aiming for the stars, before we dive in. If you like getting these clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of important company documents, hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you want to join a community of like-minded folks discussing these dives, check out our Discord link in the description. Starfighters Space Incorporated has dropped a current report, and it is not a full financial deep dive like a 10Q or 10K, but it does give us a peek behind the curtain. They've shared a written question and answer session with Benzinga reporter Erica Coleman. Now, this isn't going to be a blow-by account of every single question and answer, but we'll focus on the juicy bits that tell us about the company's current situation and what they're signaling to the market. Think of it as a strategic conversation that they're now making public. The core of this filing is an announcement under Regulation FD, which is all about fair disclosure. Basically, companies have to make sure everyone gets the same important information at the same time, preventing some people from getting an unfair advantage. So, when Starfighters Space Incorporated had this Q&A with Benzinga, they're making sure that whatever was discussed, which they believe is important for investors to know, is now available to everyone. The company is registered and trades its common stock under the ticker symbol FJET on the NICE American LLC. This tells us they are a publicly traded company subject to all the rules and regulations that come with that, including filing reports like this one. Being on a major exchange like NICE American means they aim for a certain level of visibility and scrutiny. It is also worth noting that Starfighters Space Incorporated is identifying itself as an emerging growth company. This designation comes with certain benefits, often allowing them to take a bit longer to adopt new accounting standards. For us looking at their financials, this means we might need to be mindful that their reporting practices could evolve over time as they potentially outgrow this status. This is a typical path for younger growing companies. Now, what does this specific Q&A session with Benzinga reveal? While the full transcript is attached as an exhibit, the filing itself highlights that the discussion was intended to be used by Benzinga as a basis for an article. This means we should see this as a way for Starfighter Space to communicate their story and recent developments directly to a wider audience, potentially through that article. Since this isn't a financial statement filing, we don't have rows and columns of numbers showing revenue, profit, or loss. However, the very fact that they are engaging in these kinds of press interactions and making them public is a form of strategic communication. It suggests they have something they want to share, perhaps about a recent achievement, a new partnership, a development in their space endeavors, or their future outlook. Think about it from a business perspective. If a company is in a rapidly evolving sector like space, they need to keep investors and the public informed about their progress and vision. This Q&A is a tool they are using to do just that. It's their way of saying, here's what's happening with us, and here is why it matters. The absence of detailed financial tables in this particular report means we can't do a deep dive into their numbers today. However, the story here is about active communication and strategic positioning. Starfighter Space is clearly trying to manage its public perception and ensure that key information about its operations and prospects is disseminated. This is a proactive step, especially for a company likely looking to attract further investment or partnerships in the competitive aerospace industry. From a Warren Buffett perspective, while we can't analyze the balance sheet today, we can observe the company's approach to communication. Transparency and consistent messaging are crucial. By sharing this Q&A, they are inviting scrutiny and dialogue, which can be a sign of confidence in their current trajectory. However, we are still left waiting for a more comprehensive financial report to truly gauge their performance and sustainability. So, what is our take on Starfighter Space Incorporated based on this filing? Well, it's a company that is actively engaged in communicating its story to the market. They are a publicly traded entity identifying as an emerging growth company and using tools like this Q&A with a financial news outlet to get their message out. The lack of financial data in this specific report means we can't assess their profitability or financial health directly from this document. However, the proactive communication strategy is noteworthy. The key opportunity here for Starfighter Space is to leverage these communications to build investor confidence and highlight their progress in the exciting space sector. The primary risk inherent for any emerging company is the need to translate this communication into tangible business results, and ultimately, financial success. Without a full financial picture, it is hard to give a definitive conclusion on their current standing, but their engagement suggests ambition. We will be looking forward to their next financial filing to get a clearer picture. Alright, that is our quick look at Starfighter Space Incorporated's latest announcement. What is your take on their communication strategy? Do you think this Q&A signals good things to come? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you found this breakdown helpful. Please give it a like and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Corporate Decoder.